Well, we have some breaking news not coming out of the city of Detroit, but you see him on the thumbnail about a former Detroit Lion, Cam Sutton, according to the HCSO sheriff, has turned himself in. This is coming from their Twitter account. It says former Detroit Lion Cam Sutton, 29, has turned himself in at the Orient Road Jail after a warrant for his arrest was issued. And here is video of that happening here. This is Cam Sutton. You'll see him walk into frame in a second. There he is right there. Seems to be well, doesn't look like anything physically is wrong with him, but that is Cam Sutton right there coming into the jail. Now, we had been thinking for quite a while that something could be wrong. I was legitimately concerned, and it just goes to show you how invested that we are with these guys, even though we don't necessarily know them on a personal level, but we are invested in them and their story, especially when they play for our team. And after the season that we had, it's unfortunate that he has gone down this road, but now he is safe, and that's the primary concern. The other individual as well seems to be doing just fine also. Now, this is coming from the website of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Says they have taken Cam Sutton, 29, into custody after he was wanted for domestic, right here, DB by that right there. Says on Monday, the 29th, which is a week from tomorrow, Sutton's attorney contacted the sheriff's office warrant section to inform them that he was going to Tampa to turn himself into authorities. It wasn't until today, March 31st at 8:24, which is the timestamp of that video as well, that Sutton arrived to turn himself in. Here's what the sheriff had to say. After weeks of evading law enforcement, this man has finally made the right choice to turn himself in. DV has no place in our community, and no one is above the law in Hillsborough County. My thoughts are with the woman as she continues to heal from this man's gruesome actions. Well, that right there is, man, we hadn't seen any pictures or anything like that, and I'm not saying that they're, making anything up, but like, it's the first time I've heard the word gruesome connected with this. So it's good to see that she's okay and that Cam Sutton is okay, because it wasn't looking good. And I really didn't think this was going to have a good ending for him. And like we said, from looking at that video, it doesn't appear that he was had been any, was in any harm or had done any damage to himself. And now the thing moves forward. Now, as far as the extent of the charges, the alleged charges and the accusations when they come up and what he's being charged with, I don't know that as of right now, but his NFL career is, I would say, 99.9% over. I think that's probably the last thing that he's thinking about, but his NFL career is over. And it's kind of sad, because if he didn't play for the Detroit Lions, I would not be invested as I am in this story. So Cam Sutton, man, turned himself in. It seems to be physically okay. Now, mentally, that's a different evaluation entirely. They're going to have to find that out. But let me know in the comments below. I mean, I know it sounds bad to be relieved for a person that has been for the things that he's been accused of doing. But I don't want to see that happen to anybody, so he has to deal with the court of law and go from there. But, and you know what? At the same time, whatever justice needs to be served, it can be served as well. So Cam Sutton turned himself in, which is good, because 3 weeks ago, we're talking about the 7th is when this thing was issued. It's been 10 days. It popped off. So it was the 20th. So he was supposed to, the warrant went wide on the 20th. He was supposed to turn himself in on the 25th. It took him almost a week to do so. So that is the breaking news this late night Sunday Cam Sutton, former Detroit Lion, who was cut just a day after the warrant was made public, has turned himself in and appears to be in fine physical health. But we'll see what happens as this goes on. This is going to be an interesting story to kind of follow. And I think I'm going to see it through whether you guys come along, I think I'm going to see this thing through. It's crazy. He spent 1 year with the team and most of his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they're invested. We're invested. I think the whole football community is. So hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I know I did. Don't forget the giveaway is going to happen. So make sure you hit that notification bell. I'm not trying to string you guys on. It is going to happen. I just want to make sure that I put enough time between announcing it and picking a winner that everybody has the most time possible and that it's done in a fair way. In order to do that, I have to plan accordingly. And I think I know how this thing is going to go when I'm going to announce that the entries has begun, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys have a great night's sleep, and I'll see you next week as we head to the NFL draft very shortly. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you soon.